This has never been done before by the rifle steps. This is super interesting because it's wow. This is probably the most discontent I've seen in the community from a balance post, from a balance patch. I think ever. So yeah, I'm doing this video while the landscaper's right outside my door, so it might be a little louder, but whatever. We're gonna go over these patch notes one by one, and we're gonna talk about the effect that I feel like they're gonna have on the community and how Overwatch, in particular, is probably the reason we're getting these patch notes. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start with Elsa Bloodstone. Now here, I'm gonna be completely honest. I have been playing Overwatch pretty much nonstop. I only stopped to play Rivals, probably maybe like 2 or 3 ranked games, and then I played the tournament games with my faction, and that's it. I have not had the energy to want to even play Rivals, and I've seen a little bit of Elsa Bloodstone, and her ult was definitely a problem. I think that like why does a character like that even exist? Right? Why does her kit exist the way that it does? I think one of her shots is an aimbot, which was really stupid. It doesn't do that much damage, but it's still like why she already has good range up close, medium range. She has like a pretty much a magic one-shot combo, whatever. So they didn't change any of her base kit, but it looks like all the changes are just into her ult, which is these are good changes definitely, but it's still it's still once you get caught, you might as well put your controller down, you know. So reduce the Galtrox health from 500 to 400. Dash duration from 6 to 3.5 seconds. Adjust the enemy's grab hitbox from 6 meters from 6 meters tall, 6 meters wide. No, sorry, 6 meters wide, 6 meters thick, whatever. It's 1 meter less in each direction. But again, it's I think they should just make it to where once you get grabbed by the ult, you can shoot the ult, right? You shouldn't be just completely defenseless or useless in that. But okay, sure. Honestly, nerfs are always going to be good, but unless they nerf the right things, I feel like the core issues of this character are still the core issues, right? Like if 6 people get grabbed by the ult, like you're done. It's not like that's going to happen very often, but how often in a team fight are you as like a tank or a support, right? Like watching one of your teammates get hit and then by yourself gonna do 400 damage, right? Or maybe not by yourself, but maybe 1 or 2 people. Either way, it takes a little while to destroy the thing, and if you weren't completely stunned in, when you get grabbed by it, I feel like there'd be a little bit more counterplay. But whatever, fine. A nerf is a nerf. We'll go with it. Hawkeye. Reducing piercing arrow damage from 34 to 28. Reduce base damage from fully charged from 85 to 70. When boosted, the charged arrow goes down from 175 to 160. So I think I saw the math that this only does 240 damage instead of what it used to, which was like a little bit over 300 or something like that. So this is good. This is good. That means he's not going to be getting random headshots from the back of the map. Now, as you do this to a character whose identity is so focused around a one-shot, you start to have the Black Widow effect, where why would you even pick Hawkeye at this point? But you know what, dude? If there is a season where Hawkeye is just bad and he can't get one-shots so quickly, I'm happy, because the way that you play Hawkeye, you kind of play him in the middle of the team cluster, right? So you're kind of in the middle of everybody. It makes it very hard for Hawkeye to get dove, and you have a little bit more mobility against than an actual Black Widow. You have your knockback, and then you have your what's it called? You have your dash. And I don't know. I feel like this makes him a lot less of a threat. And it's again, the less since he doesn't have a Hawkeye, what the hell? English is so hard today. Since he doesn't have a one shot, you kind of have to focus his power somewhere else now. But a straight nerf is just great. It makes the game so much better, so much easier, and it's just less toxic. So this is good. This is good. This is a good change all the way around. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Hela damage fall off from Night Sword starts from 18 meters. Still, it starts at 18. At 30 meters, maximum fall off drops to 70% was 80 beyond 25 meters. 2 critical hits will no longer KO 250 HP targets. Sorry, fucking hell. That is a good change. I still feel that they should change the size of our projectiles, but and maybe add some reverse fall off. But this is great. This is a good change. Again, it addresses a little bit of the poke slop meta that we've been having these past couple of seasons. So this is really good. Really good. Now, I still think that there's a little bit more to go with Hela, but this is good. Now, Gambit. This is the one change that I'm like, wow. Like, this whole balance patch is good, but like they don't play their own game. Reduce base health from 275 to 50 to 250. Yes, perfect. Honestly, you should do that across the board with all supports. Every single support should not have more than 250 health, unless they're like a close range brawler or something like that. But no, every single support in this game is usually medium to longer range. But anyways, so reduce the base health from 275 to 250. Breaking Spades now grants a 10% damage boost. Was 15. Who the fuck was complaining about Gambit's self-damage boost? Who the fuck was asking for that? Now, he has less health, so that means that when Gambit does ult, he is a little bit easier to kill, but who the fuck... What is the one thing that... His ult! Like, I don't even need to ask. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows that his ult does way too many fucking things. And I that's what I've been saying. If they don't want to take off all the things that it does, fine. It lasts way too long. Cut it down by fucking 2 seconds at least. Make it so that this ult does not last more than 6 seconds. Maybe 5 seconds. It just does too many things for it to last 8 seconds. It's fucking ridiculous. So these are 2 changes that, again, are not necessary. If his ult was not as powerful as it was, nobody would be asking for changes to his base kit. So, what, again, Rivals, what the fuck are we doing? Okay, whatever. A nerf is a nerf, and this is good, but, like, you're nerfing the fun parts of Gambit's kit. This is why I, in particular, like playing Gambit. He's not an AFK heal bot support. You can actually go off on off angles and kill something with the self-damage boost. Now you're making it so that he has to play a little bit more like an AFK heal bot support and not an initiator, flanking, third DPS, right? This is stupid. This is dumb. This is just so dumb. Yeah, I don't know when we're actually going to get Gambit ult nerfs, but they need to come soon. They need to come soon. He is still going to be a permaban. He is still going to be a permaban. But okay, let's talk about the fact that these patch notes came out at all. This is crazy. I've never seen patch notes come out this quickly. I think I was just talking in my other video. In Overwatch, they released characters on a Tuesday. They released a balance patch on a Saturday. That's great. That's great. So this one, they released it on Friday, last Friday, and now we have a new balance patch on Tuesday. So this is really good. This is really good. Overwatch absolutely had an effect on Rivals, and I think their player numbers actually went down. I think that they didn't have as many people playing Rivals as they did especially for a new season. Because if you compare all the new things that came to Overwatch, there were so many good changes, and the fact is, we were getting some Rivals players hopping onto Overwatch, realizing that the neutral actually matters. Supports are not just aimbot, healbot supports, right? And it's just an overall, honestly, just a more fun gameplay loop. It's not it's there's no triple support meta, right? Even in 6v6, you have characters like Lucio, Mizuki, Zen, and Brig. You have four supports that could never exist in Rivals because they're not circle of healing aim heal bot supports. But if you run them side by side, you run Mizuki Brig, Mizuki Lucy or something like that. Sure, it is low heals, but people are not always complaining because positioning and neutral actually matters so much more in Overwatch. So yeah, it exposed a lot of the problems with Rivals, and I think not only that, the amount of discontent in the community from the previous patch notes, I mean, it was insane. I don't think there was anybody in the community who said, yes, the balance patch was perfect. It actually addressed, what was wrong. Like, nobody was saying that, right? And quite honestly, these are a couple steps that are in the right direction, but like, we have been telling the Marvel Rivals devs what needed to be nerfed for months. For months and months and months. And I think they were getting away with it for a while because Overwatch wasn't as big as it was. But surprise, surprise, Overwatch is huge now, and competition. This is a direct effect of Overwatch being as good as it is. So I'm super super grateful. I am super super grateful that this is happening. I'm really happy that competition in the field is actually making its way to changes in Marvel Rivals, because this is the first time that I see that Rivals actually responds or has to react to Overwatch doing well, because Overwatch hasn't done well in several years. So I'm grateful. This is great. These are changes that are in the good direction. Rivals just needs to listen to the community a little bit more, play their own game a little bit more, because quite honestly, it does not feel like they do. And actually make the game better. Just make the game better. We're telling you how to do it, so just just do it. But yeah. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about these patch notes. This is great. This is a good indication of what of the state of Rivals internally, that they're actually feeling the pressure, and I could not be more happy. So yeah. Anyways, have a good one, guys.